Welcome to the Last Call Fantasy Football Podcast, playoff edition, round two. A somber edition for me.
I'm so happy.
No, you're not. You're not happy. This is not the way it was supposed to go down. We were supposed to meet in
Well,
the championship, and my team had by far its worst performance of the entire season this week.
yeah.
I'm
I
not
was
even going to
hoping that
get
I was
within
hoping
30 points of my worst week of the season.
I was hoping that you would be able to use the excuse of Jalen Hurts, but you can't.
I know. And I
Like
was
it
hoping
really
I would get that too.
Jalen Hurts could have put up 50 and you still would have lost. So
Well, not really.
it's
I mean, I
tough.
lost by 40. Or no, I lost by 60. So yeah, no. I had to go up against Lamar, Kyron Williams, not even fuck that. Brandon Aubrey with his
Yeah.
21 points. The
Packers
the
defense.
Packers defense pitching a shutout, which I knew they were going to be great, but the 24-point shutout. Josh Jacobs did fine for me, but like it was water under the bridge.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't supposed to go this way, man. This was like
Nah, I really wanted to verse you in the playoffs in the championship, but not the
no.
way the crookie I scored the highest point total of the year.
Well, I checked. You had three of the top players at their position this week:
Yeah, Jaden Daniels,
Brock
Jonathan
Bowers
Taylor,
and Brock Bowers.
and Brock Bowers, who only had 9 points for me.
Yeah. Well, if you're
Um,
in PPR, he caught 10 passes, I believe.
yeah,
So, but yeah, it was a weird week. I don't know. Just nothing went my way. I mean, I had Brees Hall did like standard Brees Hall things where he was great on the touches he got, but he only got 15 touches and didn't get into the end zone. So
yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on in New York. It's not what they were doing the first half of the year, where they were getting him all the touches. Now, I think what I think they're trying to do is I think they're trying to make Devontae Adams happy and Aaron Rodgers happy at this point. They're like trying to like appease
Well,
them and just do it like the season's over. Like do what the
I
hell you
I don't
want.
think it's necessarily just. I I know that Adams has contract incentives that he needs to meet in
Well,
order to get some large bonuses.
what about Brees though? I'm sure he's got some stuff in the pipeline. He's been with the team throughout the whole
Well,
season.
probably not because he's still on his rookie deal. I don't think they put incentives. They don't really put incentives on contracts until you get older.
Well, I guess maybe I'm not sure, but Brees did a decent enough job, but not enough in your semifinal. Trey McBride shat himself, which
Yeah.
is so disappointing. Even though
When Mixon got you 7 points, I was like, oh no,
no, see, I was cool
because
with that though because I was going against Nico Collins, who in fact had 7 points. So I was like, his top tier player, one of my top tier players, kind of washed each other out, and he was the one I was most concerned about. And for him to like match his best player, I was like, you know what, I'm
yeah,
cool with that. I didn't. I mean, I knew Kansas City was going to be tough, and he had a couple of breakaway runs. I really wanted to get in the end zone. That didn't happen. So I don't know. I knew when
but
that
he's
happened.
like your player that gets you the 20 to 30 points.
Mm, honestly, I was banking on Josh Jacobs. I thought Josh Jacobs was going to be that guy this week, and he was. I mean, he got 17 points, and
Yeah,
he could have had two more touchdowns, but the game was a
maybe if you
blowout.
had put it. Hey, this is honestly on you. You've been disrespecting Joe Mixon all year by putting him in your flex. You should have put him in a starting role, and maybe he would have been a starting running back for you.
I don't even know. The only reason he was in my flex is because the previous week when I was on bye, I had Braylon Allen there, and he was the one I was switching out. So
No, 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 no.
I
You
just
always
really
had him in your flex because you said you want people to scroll down and be like, "Oh shit, Joe Mixon."
no. Well, not the first half of the year. It was after for a while. It was Brees in the flex. I demoted him. I demoted Brees to the flex. What the fuck was that? Listen, bitch.
Listen,
I saved my beer for this. I was
you
gonna
wait
wait.
too long. Every show that needs to be the start of the show. We
Listen,
can't talk for
no,
10
no,
minutes
no,
and
no,
not have a
no.
sip of beer.
We do the ceremonial sip of the beer before we get into the stuff, man. Before we get into the meat and taters of this show. This is just me venting and bullshitting because I've had no one to vent to except people at work, and they don't give a shit. So, this give me this. Give me this.
I know. I thought Caleb was going to talk hella shit to you because he said he would if you lost, but he let you off easy.
Yeah, because his ass lost too. It's tough.
Yeah.
You can't talk shit.
He lost by like 100 points though. So.
He tried to. You saw in the thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, getting this far and getting blown out hurts, doesn't it, or some shit like that. And I was like, I mean, yeah, that does suck. And like I said, I was wishing I could make that excuse, but there was nothing. I mean, my defense, the Bills defense put up 16. That'll do,
Yeah.
But when Brees gets 9, Joe Mixon gets 7. Oh, and Mike Evans 6.5. Like against the Cowboys, everyone who was supposed to perform did not perform. Who's my other receiver? Oh, AJ Brown. AJ Brown did fine.
He did good. He had like 16 or 14, something like that.
He had 16 because Jalen Hurts gets hurt, and then the next play, Kenny Pickett throws him a touchdown. I'm like, well, I just lost 6 points right then and there.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't Hurts throwing the ball. But I don't know. No one on my team, like other than McBride. And even then, I outscored my opponent's tight end who had Kincaid, who got 1.5. So even then, like it was just...
Yeah, I mean, Connor's team didn't even do that well. Like, you could have beat him last week if your team did good.
I mean, he scored 140 points. Like, it accumulated into 141. Yeah. I got beat by 56 points between 26 from Lamar, 20 from Kyler, 15 from Bucky Irving, 12 from CeeDee Lamb. That was, like, where he got me was our... RB2s and wide receiver 1s. He beat me by a combined 6, 8, what is that? 14 points there. And then just and the flex. Joe Mixon 7 to JSN at 16 points. JSN's been fantastic. Like, I don't know if you personally, I hadn't paid too much attention to
it's been great.
It's been freaking fantastic. And so he did that, but then 21 from the defense and 21 from your kicker. And your bottom 3 positions get 21, 21, 16. That shit adds up. So, when McLaughlin only got me 7, like, it was just a pedestrian effort. There was no touchdowns. I had 2 touchdowns. I guess 3 if you count my defense, the Bills' defense. 2 touchdowns for my entire team. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, I had a touchdown from everybody on my team except Brock Bowers.
Yeah, and he got 99 yards. That'll do.
Yeah.
And on his team, Lamar Jackson threw 3 touchdown passes. Kyron scored once. Bucky Irving scored. CeeDee Lamb scored. And Jackson Smith and Jigba scored. Like, there's nothing I can do. But
yeah,
disappointing from first to now playing in the third place game. I don't know. It just sucks.
It is disappointing because you and me definitely have the best teams in the league. Honestly, I really wish we had the point totals still. Like, I guess they don't keep going after the playoffs start.
They don't?
Because I've been going off in the playoffs, and I think I might have caught you. And I was like 90 points back, I think, when we started.
I think they do. I think they do.
I don't think so, but...
Maybe not. Anyways, it's only 3 weeks. We can add them up at the end of the year. Anyways.
That's true. Well, it'll say who had the most point. Well, see, yeah, then we'll see.
But
not that it really fucking matters. I just want the championship. But
yeah, I mean, well,
you know what's funny is I don't really give a fuck about winning the money.
I know.
Other than the fact that I still haven't paid you my dues, and I want to win just to be like, told you so.
Yes, I know.
Not even so I don't have to pay it, just to say like, told you.
Whatever.
No, honestly, I don't give a fuck about the money. I want to buy a trophy.
You can do whatever you want. Although I will, I don't know. I was thinking about this. So you tell me your thoughts. Like, it's because we added in $5 extra on top of our buy-in halfway through the year because we were like getting that would just be dedicated for the specific trophy or ring or whatever you wanted to get yourself. Give that to them. Does the winner have to get a trophy or a ring? Like, if
with
you
that
don't
$5,
win,
yes, that's what we put it in for. So yeah,
okay,
that's what I put my money in. Like, I put that extra money in.
Well, personally,
because
you
of
didn't
that.
put
Otherwise,
in
I wouldn't have.
Shit.
That's true. It's very true.
But yeah, I'm curious.
Also, I was talking with Alyssa today, and we are
Well, hold
talking
on,
about the punishment.
real quick. About the trophy thing. Are we
Okay.
capping it at that $50, or can you, if you wanted to like take
I
the
mean, it's your
other?
money.
Okay. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know if we were gonna like.
No, because like I'll honestly, I might spend all of it on a trophy. I might buy the biggest fucking trophy you've ever seen.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, yeah.
If I would have won, I was gonna take the 250 and just go crazy.
Dude, I might buy a jersey, a trophy, and a ring.
Well,
Hey
speaking
man,
of
it's been
jerseys,
2021's the last time I won, so and our league's only getting more and more competitive. So
it really is. This was a crazy year. But what were you saying about the punishment?
oh, my girlfriend was telling me that to get like a dark tan, it's like $100.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That sucks to suck.
but he probably could just get the tube of
The self tanner.
yeah the self tanner and just put a fuck ton on or like get a dark color.
Yeah, that could work. I don't care how it gets done. All I want, I just want them to look like a Oompa Loompa and do their spray tan
It
and eat
sucks
their
that the
can of sardines.
two darker skinned guys in our
Yeah, so
league
they
are the ones
they
they
going
got it.
dark,
They're gonna
man.
be fucking burnt toast, dude.
Dude, they're. I'm telling you, that was the whole stipulation with the whole spray tan thing. Is especially
Dude,
if Christina,
oh,
the girl,
never
would have
mind.
won. Like she normally gets spray tans, but I said, "Nuh-uh, you got to go 3 layers deep. Like this,
Yeah.
you're supposed to look ridiculous. This isn't supposed to make you look sun kissed in the middle of December. No. So, woo.
Who do you hope loses, Christian or Timmy?
I hope Timmy loses because
Okay.
I think I think that Timmy I think Timmy would embrace it more. I feel like Christian would.
Christian.
I think he
Well, yeah,
would.
with Christian's job, he might be a little
Yeah,
scared to go all in.
right. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I feel like Timmy. We'll make Timmy do it. He has no choice. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, Christian's gonna do it regardless, anyways. But we'll see the longevity
Christian
of
was
it.
a good sport last year, but
Yeah, especially since we came up with the punishment after the season was already over.
yeah, I was honestly surprised he did it.
Yeah. So props to you, my man. But yeah, I think I hope Timmy loses. Timmy should lose. Christian has a much better team, I think.
Yeah, Christian does.
Because yeah, who we got here?
Christian's team really wasn't that bad. I don't really know how he did so poorly.
Let's see. Where's the hole in his? I mean, Travis Kelce was never a difference maker. Puka was out for a ton of the year. Justin Jefferson
Yeah.
wasn't like putting up huge games. Kamara was great for him. I don't know. He just didn't have like he has 100.
He didn't have a lot of grinders.
He has 100 fab, so he didn't.
Yeah.
Basically, his team performed as you would expect a drafted team to. So it was like very top, less. Like that's how his team performed. Like it wasn't. They performed as they were expected to on his team. So he didn't find and he didn't get any diamonds in the rough or anything like that. So, oh, where'd I go? I turned black. I'm lost. Can you still see me?
Yeah, you cut out for a second. I still see you.
Baby, come
Yeah.
back.
Well, I'll just go over why you fix that.
I was gonna say, just get into what we're doing here.
Yeah, today we're gonna go over. So we had the perfect playoff team that me and Kyle crafted.
It's our
We're gonna
playoff
check
paradise pit stop. Thank you.
I don't remember the pit stop part, but okay.
Well, that's what I called it because
PPPP.
we were gonna check in on our team. It's called that's the pit stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna go over the PPPP. That's hard to say. Playoff paradise pit stop.
Pit stop.
We'll see how that's going. I think I'm whooping Kyle's ace in that, but
Well,
we'll see.
So I have some things to say.
Then we're gonna go over. Well,
What?
Yeah. Okay, then we're gonna go over our DFS lineups. We did 2 DFS lineups this
Yeah.
week, and then it'll be a probably a little bit of a shorter episode, but it's Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Got my
'Tis the season for Deadpool.
Christmas
I
sweater.
do like that. That's pretty cool. But not as
Yeah,
cool
no,
as this.
we got this.
I'm rocking my. For Christmas, I got a new Bo Nix alternate blue.
I was gonna
jersey.
say, did you just get that?
Yeah, brand new.
Or no, you wore them. She gave you that too early.
Well, it came 2 days ago. It came 2 days ago. She ordered. So at first I wanted the white one.
You wore one. You wore a shirt or something on the show.
Shirt. Yeah, she got
Broncos
me a shirt.
Okay.
The shirt. She got me this hat with the retro logo on it.
Yeah.
And then she got me the shirt, and then this just came. So no, she ordered me the white one, but it was honestly so see through and it was huge. What are you looking at? What are you looking at over here?
I thought I can't see your other arm, so I was like, thought you were wearing a jacket under your thing, but then
Oh no, I just got a T-shirt on. The fans can see it. No, this is Senor Bo Nix. No, and it's super nice. But the white one was see through, so he needed to get it, and it was too big, so I got a medium. Pro tip: you buy a jersey, get it one size smaller than what you actually wear, because jerseys, they're just huge, and then
I still don't understand why they don't make jerseys fit people.
I don't know. I mean, because even then, like, is it
why are your
necessary?
sleeves past your elbow?
Like, right. And this is a medium.
You're
I normally
not
wear
putting
large.
on fucking shoulder pads underneath.
I know. But even then, the players, they have the
They have
bungeed
fitted
up.
ones.
They have the fitted ones.
Yeah.
Why don't they sell them like that? That would look so much cooler. You know how cool we felt in school wearing our jerseys to school? And it was like...
that would be fucking stupid.
Come on, bro.
That would be stupid because you would look like you're a high school football player walking around.
That's fine. If everyone was like that, if everything was like that, you wouldn't know no better.
I guess, yeah. I mean, honestly, it was nice. It felt nice.
Yeah,
like wearing their jerseys to school.
Even
was
this,
fine.
like,
honestly, that was my favorite day because the jerseys always like were super breathable and like stretchy, and then I would just tuck them into some basketball shorts or something.
I just didn't have to pick what I wanted to wear to school that day, so it was pretty cool for me.
That's it.
But all right, so that's our recap. Justin's going to the championship and has. I mean, it's not an easy road ahead of him. Connor's team's been on a tear, so
no, I mean, my team, if they do what they're supposed to do, I think is much better. But see,
I know that my team didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Yeah,
and here we are, 84 points in.
Honestly, I have some good matchups, but I also have some bad ones. So.
Good matchup, bad matchup, don't matter. I sucked.
We'll see if Jonathan Taylor can continue doing what he was doing. He's playing the Giants.
Yes.
Which is a great matchup. But then I've got Jamar Chase versus Denver. But he's Jamar Chase.
Also, last time he played against Pat Surtain, he was held to 1 catch for 6 yards. So
we'll see.
Be scared. Actually, and the weather is supposed to be terrible in Cincinnati on Saturday.
Great.
Yeah. I'm also not excited as a Broncos fan. I'm wearing this because we win and we're in the playoffs. So I will be wearing all my stuff for good luck.
If you guys lose, it's to the team that could take your spot.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
that's actually kind of crazy.
It's a must win, but it sucks because if it's a shit game weather game, that's a disadvantage for Denver all day. Their run game sucks. Like they will just be bad. On the road, I'm not a fan of that. So we'll need a miracle. But let's get into our playoff paradise pit stop. So we had 2 perfect lineups that we had chosen if we were going to go into the playoffs. This is the team that we would want to carry through the playoffs. And so we check in each week, see who would have won. Spoiler alert, Justin won both weeks. Last week wasn't particularly close because the Bills defense got me -4, and I think the Bengals defense got you like 28.
28 or something like
32
that,
point swing on just the defense alone. But this week was close, and I got something to say. This is what I'm saying. I have something to say about this. One of my players is out and didn't play. And if this was like
Ew.
Alvin Kamara,
Ah,
so I got a goose egg at
yeah.
one. I didn't think about someone not playing, so I missed out on a decent amount of points. I mean, who
Yeah,
knows?
that's
But still, regardless, I still think I probably would have lost because I'll just start from the top down. Both Justin and I picked Baker Mayfield as a quarterback. He had 28.2 points in our league. Then obviously the offensive player of the year, Saquon Barkley, scored 32. Bijan Robinson, 22.3. We all had the same at those three. This is where it switches up. I won on the wide receiver front. I had Terry McLaurin with 12 and A.J. Brown with 16.7. Justin Nico Collins with 7 and Cortland Sutton with 5. So I won on that front. You won on the tight end battle between Brock Bowers and Trey McBride, 9.9 to 2. And then flex, you gained 7 points on me. Well, you gained more than 7 points. It was Alvin Kamara, my flex, got 0, and you got Jahmyr Gibbs with 23.4.
oh yeah.
And defense, yours got 21 with the Bengals, and I got 16 with the Bills. So final score was 129.2 to 148.8. So
Yeah, you could have made that up with
yeah,
putting
I
Gibbs
mean
or
that's
somebody
what.
in
I mean
that
that's
slot.
19. That's 19 points if I had someone play. I don't really know. We should really pay attention to this before we go into each week. So like I should pick who I want to replace Alvin Kamara with. Shit. You know what? I'm going to do it right now. Do I get to? Do I get to replace him? I feel like I should
Yeah.
replace him. Well then.
It can only be Kendra Miller though.
What? No, that's bullshit. No. I stamp it here. I'm replacing him with Jonathan Taylor.
What the fuck?
What do you mean?
Well, it's just
We got to pick these players no like particular like order. I just happen to not have these done on the field.
Yeah, but you would we made these prior to the playoffs, and now you're picking a player who's just like on a tear.
Well,
you know what I mean? You have the foresight,
so I guess we kind of
knowledge.
messed up. I guess we kind of messed up. We should have picked 3 reserves.
We should have, yeah.
And we did not. So since we didn't,
that's fine.
I'm going to put Jonathan Taylor.
Whatever. That's fine.
All right. So anyway,
I think Jonathan Taylor has something to prove after he dropped that ball.
he needed that. He needed something.
Also, I think that the coaching staff, the play calling looks much better the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, you know what the play
seems
calling
like
was? Is take the ball
run
out of
the
Anthony
damn
Richardson's
ball.
hands. Yes.
Yeah.
Run the damn ball. I saw. Did Anthony Richardson only complete 7 passes? And they put up 38 points. How is that possible? That has to be an NFL record. There's no way that that's
they
not an NFL
also
record.
had the most rushing yards of any team ever or something like that.
Oh, no, there's no way.
Well, Anthony Richardson had 70 yards himself.
Yeah, and I think what?
Jonathan Taylor like 219, 230.
Yeah, someone's got to be. Someone has to have had more than that. Maybe between like the series of the 2 teams, like the Titans and Colts or something.
Maybe that was a Colts record. I don't know.
It probably. I mean,
Yeah.
that sounds like a Colts record. 300, and even if it is 320 yards rushing, that's really hard to come by. But I don't think that would be a NFL record. But yeah, so it sucks because we have 3 of the same players on our playoff paradise team.
Yeah, I mean,
so what we should have done is we should have drafted.
we should have drafted team.
Right.
A team like Snake drafted it.
Well, not necessarily, but we could have drafted a whole like a starting lineup and a small bench, and then each week we get to plug and play. Like we can set from that lineup each week, like the starting lineup plus 3 reserves or whatever.
Yeah. I think next year we draft teams though.
Oh, like from each other? Oh, so we don't have the same players.
Right.
Okay, so like I would, Josh Allen, you would take whatever.
Yeah.
October or something. Okay. All right. Well, fair enough. So I'm currently holding the L on the playoff paradise pit stop, and our playoffs. And I lost in our Dynasty semifinal as well. I don't know if you checked. I lost by
Ah,
5 points.
I didn't check that, but
I lost by
that
5
sucks.
points because I went against.
So I was wondering, I ended up winning in the playoffs in the loser bracket, and now I'm not going to be in last place. But does the draft order go from in-season ranking or postseason?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I feel like it
This is our
should
first year
be
doing this Dynasty League, so I'm not sure.
regular season, but we'll
Yeah, I don't
see.
know. Because if I were you, I would have just tanked. Tanked in the last place game. Because we don't have a punishment or anything
Yeah.
set up then. So.
I didn't make the last place game. I was like the 7th and 8th or whatever.
Oh, gotcha. I don't
Yeah.
know. So we'll figure it out. But I think, well, so this is our last FanDuel lineup of the year. This is the last one.
This might be the last episode of the season.
Well, no, we'll do a season finale. We'll do a recap
Yeah.
after that. But this is it. And at this point in time, I don't think we're gonna have a set schedule for the off season. If something happens, if we want to
Yeah.
put something together to put a pretty comprehensive episode together, I think we'll throw that out. But other than that, I think this might be one of the last ones.
Yeah.
Damn,
It's been a ride.
I'm gonna tear up. Man. We started the draft. My mom even made
I know.
Christmas ornament with our last call fantasy football logo and pictures on it.
I mean, we'll come up with some creative videos in the off season.
Yeah, no.
We'll try to stick to like one a week, maybe one every 2 weeks, something like that. We'll see.
If there's enough relevant information and
Yeah.
something fun that we can do, that's probably
Right.
what we'll stick with. But all right, let's get into it. I really tried to not. I'm really tired of us having the same players in these because it just completely washes out. So the money I spend up on a player, it just gets like wasted.
I don't think we have this similar players this week.
I don't think so either. I feel like we maybe have one or two, but
Ah, fuck. Well, if you think that, and I think that, then we probably have the same players.
okay. All right. Well, we never get this shit right anyway. So, all right, kick us off. Who's your quarterback? Starting with our $60,000 budget. Say, do you have who they're playing and how much they cost?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't believe you, but go ahead.
Are we going 3-2 on this?
Oh yeah, that's how we do it. All right, 3. All right, so quarterback. Ready?
All right.
3, 2, 1. Caleb Williams.
Mayfield. Okay. I almost did go down and pick Caleb Williams. So.
I had Bryce Young in for the longest time.
I thought about it, but I was like,
But the way the rest of my team shook out, I had extra money. It's a really weird position, and it makes you almost feel like you have to spend that money. But I like my
Yeah.
team at a cheaper price. So that was I finished my lineup. I had 300 left, and I moved it from Bryce Young to Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams, as much shit as he's gotten, he's actually been pretty good for fantasies.
Yeah, it's been bad.
13 in our league right now.
Honestly, I don't even think he's been bad for NFL football. I just think that team's bad.
He's streaky. That's the thing with him is he hasn't put
Yeah.
together.
He
Like,
plays good for like half the game, and half the game he throws like 2 or 3 picks.
No, bro. He's thrown 5 picks on the year. 19 passing touchdowns to 5 picks. That was the shock to me. Was seeing that he's thrown 5 picks. He just hasn't put together like his completion percentage has been okay. The yard, I don't know. It's an enigma because watching that team makes you want to vomit. So I try not
Yeah.
to. But
Yeah.
he's been decent for fantasy. So for 7,400, I did Caleb Williams against Seattle. They were the 23rd best matchup for quarterback, so like it was a decent matchup, and I figured why the hell not? And obviously you did Baker against Carolina.
Yeah, Baker's 8,200.
I did Baker against Carolina the first time they played, and he had his worst game of the year. He had
Who
10
was
points.
best this time?
I know. Whatever. All right, running back 1. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Devon
Jonathan
Achane.
Taylor.
Okay. So you got what? You say Jonathan Taylor against the Giants?
Yep, at 8,400.
Well, then Devon Achane against Cleveland for 8,200. He is just. How are you the leading reception leader on your team as a running back? I've never seen a player like him before.
And you have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle
Right.
on the team.
And even more so, like Jalen
It's
Waddle's hurt,
ridiculous.
so I
I think
don't
it's
know.
because Tua is getting that thing out of his hand. He ain't taking no more hits. He's scared.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the issue is. I mean, not that
I've
it's
seen stats where
not
he's got like
working.
the highest completion percentage and stuff like that since he's been back. I'm like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, like he
He's
throws the
passing a
ball.
Devon Achan. I can do that.
He just dumps it off from the backfield or little like in breaking routes from everyone. It's gross, but in our half point PPR FanDuel lineup, and he's great. I think he's a
He's
good
been
solid
good, yeah.
choice at RB1. So, all right, RB2. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Jonathan
Fuck
Taylor.
Irving. Oh well, shit. Damn it,
Yeah,
dude.
that was the one I knew we were gonna have the same. I see but when I said that, I knew you had Jonathan Taylor, and when I saw him, I was like, "There's no point in even picking him because I know Justin has Jonathan Taylor in his, so it's gonna wash out." So I was
I
like,
mean,
you
the
know what?
Giants' defense has been just terrible
I
against the run.
know
I
that's
mean,
why.
quarterbacks are literally like the best quarterbacks in the league are literally sucking for fantasy against the Giants because they don't have to do shit.
I know, and they just gave the ball to Jonathan Taylor like 34 times last week. So I'm
Yeah.
like, he's gonna get his fill in the first half, and so it's a wash there. But you
Well,
said,
damn. Well, I
yeah.
spent that's the player I spent up on, so that could suck for me. But
Yeah, I got some interesting ones down the line, I feel like. But
I had Bucky Irving at 8,000 versus Carolina.
yeah, that's a good one. I I thought about it too. But I'm thinking like 8,000 for Bucky Irving or 8,200 for Devon Achan. Bucky Irving's great. And he whooped my
Yeah,
ass last week. But like the Rashad White situation is still annoying to have to pay almost the same for like Devon Achan or Jonathan Taylor. So that's why I
yeah.
didn't go Bucky Irving.
You must have. Yeah, you must have not spent a ton of money on your like flex and receivers. Then.
We shall see. So, all right, wide receiver one. Ready?
All right,
3, 2, 1. Mike
Tyreek
Evans.
Hill.
Damn. You wasting money on Tyreek Hill? You just burnt that shit and sent it to the fucking ether, bro. That
Hey
is
man,
that is not gonna
I'm
happen.
riding with it. 7,400.
70. So it's 8,600 for Mike Evans, and
Yeah,
he's going to feast. I'm telling you, he's going to get that 1,000 yards against a terrible defense. They're going
I
to
probably
force
could have
feed him the
taken
ball.
him as a stack. Probably should have done that, but
They're going to force feed that man. And like we said, Carolina's defense is trash. Mike Evans is great. He needs, I think he only needed like 65 yards a game to get the 1,000 like 2 weeks ago. He got 65 last week, so he still must, I think he's still on pace. So I think he'll get there. He's a beast. He's
I
been
think
playing
he
great.
needs like 189 yards this week.
189 this week?
I think so.
I'll look
He
it up
hasn't.
in a second.
I don't think
But
he's been good the last 2 weeks for yardage wise.
no, the previous week when I had a fucking bye, he gets 158 yards and 2 touchdowns. So that's what I'm dealing with. That mental thought. I scored 143 points last week. Anyways, Mike Evans, 8,600 against Carolina, and you have Tyreek Hill against
7,400.
Cleveland, who is just a waste of space. All
Yeah.
right, wide receiver 2, 3, 2, 1. Jalen
Javon
McMillan.
Jennings.
Uh,
Dude, you're going all in. So if Baker Mayfield has another 10-point game like you're saying, you're screwed.
yeah, it's not gonna happen. They're at home this time. The Bucks are in do or die situation. I don't know if you noticed, but since they choked that game
Yeah.
to the Cowboys, they no longer control their destiny to the playoffs. They have to have the Falcons lose a game. Like they
Mm.
have the same record, but the Falcons beat them twice, so they have the tiebreaker. So they even if the Bucks win out and the Falcons win out, the Bucks are out
Mm.
because they
That
have no shot
sucks.
at a wild card spot because the NFC is insane. They have the
Yeah, it is.
13 and
Well,
2
it's the
Minnesota
NFC
Vikings North.
North. Yeah,
Yeah, the
they're
13 and 2 Vikings are a wild card team, and then the
yeah.
Washington Commanders at 11 and 10 and 5 are the
And
other.
then the Packers 11-4, or whatever, 11-5.
Yeah, so they're out. If they don't win the division, they're not making the playoffs. So I think they're going to be riding dirty on Sunday. And you said Juwan Jennings. Who the Niners playing this week?
Oh, dude. Sorry, I didn't write these down.
Oh, see, remember when I told you I didn't believe you that you wrote them down? Mm-hmm. I
I
knew
wrote
you
down
didn't.
the price. Okay. They have a good matchup.
Um.
Detroit.
Yes, yes, I did. I almost did
I think
that
Detroit.
because I almost made
I
Purdy
think
my
that game will be a
quarterback.
shootout.
I almost made Purdy the quarterback, but I don't know. Something about this Niners team just kind of scares me. I feel like they're tumbling quickly.
Yeah, they're a weird team, dude. I feel like they should be really good, you know?
I know.
I don't know what's happening.
I feel like they're tumbling. It's not a the vibes in San Francisco are not there. Oh, and of course Debo Samuel had his greatest game of the season on my bench as well. So that was fantastic. Fan fucking tastic. Drown and drink the sorrows away.
Sorry, it wouldn't have saved you.
I know. That is honestly what's saving myself from not blowing my brains out. Is I didn't make the wrong choice. Team just let me
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Right. The team that got me to first place just didn't have enough gas in the tank, which sometimes the wind blow that way.
Yep.
Anyways, wide
It
receiver
was
3.
funny. All
What?
right, let's go.
What?
Well, I was
What's
just gonna say
funny?
it was
What's
funny
funny?
that this was a really good year for injuries. We had almost none of like really notable players that were like just killing it for fantasy. You know what I mean?
I mean, Rushy Rice really screwed the pooch for me. Who else?
Yeah,
Who
but
else did we
like
lose?
he wasn't like I'm saying like a devastating player. Like we didn't have a James Conner or Joe Mixon or a Joe Burrow or Josh Allen
Well,
until this week. We had Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts.
yeah. Well, you're talking about mid-game.
Well, I mean, really, just in general.
Well, we lost Montgomery, who, for all intents and purposes, I mean, it was at the
Well,
very end of
yeah,
the year.
yeah.
Um, I don't know who else did we
It's just
lose.
a good year for injuries. I feel like.
We didn't lose. I mean, we just lost Tank Dell for the year.
I mean,
Um,
the last couple of years, I've lost two or three players, especially like towards the end of the season, to where like they're going to be out for 5 weeks and not be able to play in fantasy for me. Like that's happened to me the last 3 4 years.
yeah. Well,
At
I
least
mean that
like two or three
happened.
players.
That
I
happened
haven't.
with both Puka Nakua and Cooper Cup this year. They
Yeah.
missed the first half of the year. Um, who else was like chilling on
I mean,
IR?
Cooper Cup missed like 3 games. I don't think he missed like.
Well, 3 games, 4 weeks with their bye.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, but you're right though. As far as
Yeah.
season-ending injuries, there hasn't been a ton, especially running backs. Running backs stayed healthy all year long. Austin Eckler, I can think,
Yeah.
just
I
missed some
can't really
games. Brian
think.
Robinson missed. Brian Robinson's missed a few games, but like banged up here and there. Like he
Montgomery's the
definitely
only one that I
back.
think just like killed you. Well, McCaffrey, but
Well, we're not talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey never even got a chance to get off the ground,
yeah.
dickhead. But you're right. You're right. So all right, wide receiver 3, ready or not? Here we come. 3, 2, 1. Jalen Coker.
Keenan Allen.
Damn.
Oh my gosh, Jalen Coker.
I'm telling you, this Bucks game. Bryce
What
Young.
a waste of money. That's gonna burn a hole in your pocket.
Jalen
Ah.
Coker 5100. Don't even get me started with that.
Hey,
Jalen
Keenan Allen
Coker.
was 6,300.
I bet Jalen Coker outscores Tyreek Hill.
I'll make that bet.
I'm sure you would. It's a smart bet. But I feel it in my giblets
Okay.
that Jalen Coker outscores.
You're gonna need a touchdown.
Xavier Leggett is not playing in the game. So it's Adam Thielen and Jalen Coker. And if you probably haven't watched a bunch of the Panthers games, I've had to watch them because my team's players played against the Panthers, and dude's legit. He's making like crazy acrobatic catches. He's a rookie. He's legit, and Bryce Young's been
Yeah.
on fire. Like the team's been much better the second half. I guess not really the second half of the year. I'd say like the last third of the year, the Panthers have been decent, at least able to move the ball,
Yeah.
especially with Bryce Young.
They haven't been terrible, yeah.
So that's my budget player right there is Jalen Coker, my wide receiver 3.
I figured you had a stinker down there somewhere.
I had to, bro. I had to. I was like, I'm getting Mike Evans. That was my thing. And I wanted my two elite running backs. So, in essence, I mean, think about it two ways. I either neutralized your Jonathan Taylor or I sabotaged my own pick. I don't know. Because I
All
really
right.
do think he's going to ball out, but I don't know. So, let me know about your tight end. Wait, hold on. You said Juwan Jennings?
No, Keenan Allen,
Keenan Allen.
5,300.
Yeah, that really sucks because I'm hoping Caleb Williams has a good game, and Keenan Allen's actually been on a tear.
Yeah, yes, been really
Which
good.
I'm gonna go back. I was thinking about that because I was thinking about Keenan Allen
I
today.
honestly thought we were for sure gonna have Keenan Allen, like both of us, because you had Caleb
Caleb
Williams.
Williams. Yeah, honestly, I didn't even see him as I was scrolling through the thing. Wasn't even on my mind.
Dang.
But
Yeah.
I want to go back because I want to say we had um, we had a bet about DJ Moore or Keenan Allen at the beginning of the year. Who was going to be the better, like the wide receiver one, like the better receiver for Caleb Williams in his rookie year? I think we may not have like made an official bet, but I
Yeah.
was like stamping my foot in the ground like it's going to be Keenan Allen. So I'm going to be curious to see how their total stat lines shake
Yeah, I
out
was
at
gonna
the end of the
say I'll
year.
be curious to see who actually ends up with like.
I bet Keenan Allen has more touchdowns, which is odd because that's not like his thing. And I think the yards will be close. I
Yeah,
haven't compared them side by side, but I think that's an interesting thing. Like, because the last 3 weeks, Keenan Allen's been, I think, a top 10 wide receiver.
he's been really good. I think he had 20 some points last week,
Mm-hmm.
19 2 weeks ago.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's gonna be closer than because I know for a fact you were on the DJ Moore side. Like that's
yeah,
what you said.
for sure. I thought DJ Moore would be pretty good this year.
Another disappointing season from DJ Moore. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
he was
not
okay in the
just
beginning, but
the quarterback. Who knows?
uh, yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
Tight end. 3, 2, 1. Jonnu Smith.
Cade Otton.
Well, I don't know about you, bro, but I don't think Kid Otton's playing.
Well, then it might be somebody else.
I was gonna say he missed last week. He missed this past week.
It just said questionable. I didn't.
Yeah,
We'll see. I guess
but Jonnu Smith 6,800. How much was Kid Otton?
5,300.
Yeah. So you say $1,500 at tight end
Yeah,
on me. So Jonnu
and
Smith.
it's a stack with Mayfield.
I don't know. Jonnu Smith is like he was the one tier below the big three between Kittle, Bowers, and McBride, and he was
I
like
was
a
thinking
thousand
about it,
cheaper than
but
them. So I was like, hell, I'll
I
take
knew
it.
my flex would have to be nasty, so I didn't
Oh yeah.
go
So
with
all
him.
right. Well, so let's talk about this flex then. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Zach Charbonnet.
ETN.
See, I could have done ETN,
I was actually looking at Charbonnet too,
but
but I
I
didn't know
took
if Kenneth
Charbonnet.
Walker would play.
Well, obviously, I'm gonna switch him out if Kenneth Walker plays, but if he doesn't against Chicago, Charbonnet, when he's had
Yeah,
the backfield to himself, when Kenneth Walker's been out, he's been awesome.
except the last time,
Last time,
right?
no. As far as I can remember, he's been great every time. Maybe not like great, but like he's done the damn job.
Yeah,
And again, with our half PPR in this, he's a pass catcher. He's catching a ton of passes a game too. So I think for 5,800 in my flex when I spent up top,
yeah,
decent.
yeah. I mean, ETN was 6,000, and they're playing.
Yeah, see, he's only 200 more. They're playing the
They're playing the
Titans.
Titans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
where
almost did.
Jonathan Taylor just went off on.
I
So
almost did Tajay Spears against the Jags instead of
he was kind of expensive though.
Charbonnet. He was like maybe 300. He was maybe like 100 or 200 more than ETN. Nothing too crazy. But and I needed to make sure I had some money because I'm never cheaping out on defenses in this shit ever again. I've tried to do it, and you don't realize how.
I try to
much
stick
those-
around the middle of the pack.
Yeah, it's not worth it to spend the extra $2,000 on a great defense. But if you're like scraping the bottom of the barrel for a defense in this lineup, I got stuck with a -4, and it just tanks your week. I mean, not that it can't happen to any of these teams, but it doesn't take much. If you start a team that gives up 28 points 30 points, like right on the dot,
Yeah.
you're going to be at like a goose egg unless they get a ton of sacks or a pick six or something like that. But all right, ready for the defense then?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Seattle.
Miami.
Oh, okay. That's great. How much was yours? It had to be more than mine.
3,500.
3,500?
Yeah.
They're playing the Browns, right?
Yeah.
Damn, I might have messed that up. That sounds great.
I saw playing the Browns. Hell yeah.
Well, I think what turned me away is that DTR is hurt. And so if they play Jameis.
Didn't know that. Yeah.
But if they are continuing to tank.
Also, though,
they
I've
might just
noticed
play
that defenses
Bailey
against
Zappi.
Jameis still get their points.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
that's true. Honestly, I don't know how I didn't see that. I probably would have still taken Miami because I paid $300 more for Seattle at Chicago.
yeah.
Which now that I'm thinking about it, it goes against my quarterback.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, well, I'll sacrifice one pick six. Give me the -2 points to get +6.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
That could help.
Oh, that sucks. All right, well, we'll see how this goes. I like my team. Not as much as I've liked some teams in the past, but
I was gonna say I'm not like thrilled about my team this week. All the good players out there just kind of have bad matchups, so I feel like I just went with players that I don't like. But
well, that and the great players, the ones you wanted to play. Saquon Barkley was 9,800.
yeah, you can't pick him.
No, there's no way. I mean, you can't tell me that Saquon Barkley is going to be worth $1,600 more than Devon Achane or
No.
$1,400 more than Jonathan Taylor. Like, yes, they're playing the Cowboys. He's going to feast, but also like maybe not. Kenny Pickett got hurt in that game. If you weren't watching, so they have some guy. Something Keene, Tommy Keene is their other quarterback. If Jalen Hurts,
The Cowboys' defense has actually been stepping it up as well.
exactly
The last
so
couple of games.
that's why I was like, with those question marks in the upside, because even Jalen Hurts on the FanDuel app is still, I think, the second most expensive quarterback.
Yeah,
But he's not going to play. If the Eagles,
Probably not.
the Eagles would be stupid to throw him out there because they're already clinched a playoff spot.
yeah, but I don't. They can still clinch the 1 seed, I believe. So
Well, so both the Lions and Vikings are 13-2. Actually, a patient of mine at work, he's an Eagles fan, so we were talking about it. Both the Lions and Vikings are 13-2. The Eagles are 12-3. So they would need both teams to lose out, and
Yeah.
the Eagles would have to win both games. So I'm gonna vote that no, that's not gonna happen. And I think the Eagles, if there's like, I wouldn't say it's like you must bench him if he's cleared, he's gonna play. So I don't know. It's just, I think the odds, they have probably a 8% chance to get the 1 seed. So I think they probably should just rest him up and call it a. They're going to the playoffs. They've already clinched the playoffs, so like that's a lock. And I mean,
a bye would just
they're
be great.
They're 12-3.
Well, because the first and second seeds both get buys, though.
No,
so even if
not
they get
anymore.
the second seed,
It's only the 1 seed. There's only 1 bye now because they added that extra wild card team. So now 2, 3, 4 play 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so there's only 1 bye. So they don't have a chance. I mean, they do have a chance.
yeah.
But
Well, then, yeah, I guess screw it then, yeah.
Yeah, so there's not much of a chance for that bye, and the Eagles would have to lose both games, and the Commanders would have to win both games to win the division. So I guess like that's a deterrent. Like they need.
It sounds
to win
like
at
your
least
fantasy
1.
team's coming in 4th place.
Well, that's a whole situation. I'll get into that real quick before I hop out because I got to bounce. If Jalen Hurts doesn't play, I got Matthew Stafford as my backup. He's playing Arizona this week. He's been sucking. He's like so hot and cold. That's the problem with Matthew Stafford is he will get you 30 points or 8.
Would you rather start Jameis or Matthew Stafford?
Well, I'll take Matthew
Jameis
Stafford.
is out there.
Well, I was looking at the quarterbacks. Caleb Williams is available. I saw it. Russell Wilson against Kansas City. I'm not doing that. Who
I
else
would
is
do
out
Caleb
there?
Williams over Stafford.
Right? See, but like, who do I want to get a bronze medal to? Who do I want? See, and don't tell Caleb this, but right before the game start, I'm dropping all my bench players and I'm picking up my dream team to get a medal. I'm gonna pick up I don't know,
Yeah.
Tim Tebow or some shit. I'm gonna pick up
Yeah.
everyone and get them a
That's
bronze
pretty
medal.
funny.
Like, what difference does it make to me? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Who knows? I might just take the whole Broncos roster and get them a trophy this year or something.
That'd be funny. I wonder if can you pick up defensive players still?
No, no.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Once I set my lineup and no one else can pick up those players,
That would be pretty funny. Everyone's gonna be like, "What's happening?"
the waivers are gonna run and it's gonna be like Debo Samuel.
AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts.
Well, AJ Brown is gonna play for me. I'm gonna start him.
You're gonna start him.
Kenny Pickett threw him a touchdown.
You just said Kenny Pickett might not play.
Someone will throw him a touchdown. I don't know.
I would not start him with the third stringer.
Yeah, it might be really tough.
You could throw Debo in there.
Yeah, I'll have to throw Debo in. No, I got to keep AJ Brown on the bench. He deserves a ring. He's been good enough.
Yeah.
Not a ring, but the bronze ring. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that wraps up my episode of depression. And
Yep.
I guess I don't know.
Oh, dude, what am I doing? Hold on.
I don't know what you're doing.
Dude, how did I go the whole episode? Come on. Come on, Justin.
Come on, Justin. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what's going on. Oh, with the Santa hat. See, I thought about
Come
it.
on.
I know.
Dude, I was supposed to put this on earlier.
Well, you're
ho,
a ho
ho,
ho ho. And I was one last thought before I go because I gotta go. I gotta catch a movie. I've seen the Gladiator movie.
Dude, I'm seeing Red One.
Really?
Yeah. I really want to see the Gladiator, though. I just watched the old one.
See, I've never seen it, but I googled
Dude,
it.
what the fuck?
You don't have to see it. Apparently, it does. Like, it gives you all the information you need. I'll go back and watch it. But anyways, should I be rooting for you to win or no?
Yes, so that our show can get a title.
I don't know.
Also, and I don't know, whatever you want to do, I don't care. But we can't let somebody who just joined our league come in and beat us all.
That is true.
Looks
I feel like
bad.
That's the deciding factor.
Yeah.
So, all right. I guess you have my endorsement for the final week of the season.
Thanks, sir.
I really wish it was me. But now I have 365 days left before I get to feel this pain again.
Well, maybe it won't be pain next time.
I know. All right. That's all from us. As always, subscribe to the YouTube.
Oh, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas to one and all. And subscribe. And have a good night.
And we quit with.
Deuces.